Did you ever, as this young boy said you did you ever sexually engage, fondle, have sexual contact with this child or any other child?
Never, ever. I could never harm a child or anyone. It's not in my heart. It's not who I am. And it's not what I'm not even interested in that.
There was a side of Michael Jackson that many fans rarely saw. On stage, he seemed calm, confident, and always in control. In public, he was usually polite and patient, even when facing intense criticism. But sometimes, reporters crossed the line by repeating false rumors, asking disrespectful questions, or judging him before hearing his side. These moments were rare, which is why they stood out. Michael's frustration was never about one question. It came from years of unfair accusations and misunderstandings. He also raised his voice when black artists faced injustice and unfair treatment in the music industry, refusing to stay silent when he believed something was wrong.
This is very important because throughout the years, black artists have been taken advantage of completely. And it's time now that we have to put a stop to this incredible injustice. It's been, the record companies really do conspire against their artists. They steal, they cheat, they do whatever they can, especially the black artists. Tommy Mottola is the president of the record division. He is a mean, he's a racist, and he's very devilish.
For most of his career, Michael Jackson lived under constant public attention. Almost everything he did became a news story. Changes in his appearance, his friendships, and even personal choices were often discussed and criticized. Instead of focusing on his music and achievements, many interviews centered on rumors and controversy. By the late 1980s and early 1990s, reporters seemed more interested in his private life than his work. Michael often knew what questions were coming before an interview even began. Conversations that started about albums or tours would quickly turn to gossip. After years of facing the same speculation, his patience slowly began to run out. And wait for his reaction when this reporter asked him about his father mistreating him.
But I think my brother Marlon got it the most because he had a hard time at first. And he tried so hard. And it was always, do it like Michael, you know, but the others were very nervous, and I was nervous too, you know, because he was tough.
How often would he beat you?
Too much.
Would he only use a belt?
Why do you do this to me? No, more than a belt.
What else would he use to hit you with?
Ironing cords. Whatever's around.
One of the reasons these moments were so memorable is that Michael Jackson was not someone who liked arguments or confrontation. Unlike many celebrities who openly fought back against reporters, he usually stayed calm and tried to move the conversation in a different direction. Even when questions seemed unfair, he often answered politely and respectfully. Because of this, some interviewers assumed he would accept any question without pushing back. That sometimes encouraged them to be more aggressive.
Throw you up against the wall as hard as he could. See, it's one thing to...
But you were only a child.
I know.
You were a baby.
I know. It's one thing to discipline.
And you were producing successful records.
I know. He would lose his temper. I just remember hearing my mother scream, "Joe, you're gonna kill him, you're gonna kill him, stop it, you're gonna kill him," you know, and I was so fast, you know, he couldn't catch me half the time, but when he would catch me, oh my God. It was bad.
But Michael could surprise people. When he felt a question was unfair or based on false information, he would speak up, correct the facts, and make it clear that he disagreed. Those reactions stood out because they were so different from his usual calm and gentle image. Watch how Michael confronted Oprah Winfrey during this insane interview.
It's not the truth. And I'm here to say, you know, do not judge a person Do not pass judgment on anyone unless you have talked to them one-on-one. I don't care what the story is. Do not judge them because it's a lie.
Many of these tense moments were caused by questions based on rumors instead of real facts. During his career, Michael Jackson was often the focus of tabloid stories that spread quickly around the world, even when they were unproven or false. In interviews, some reporters treated these rumors as if they were true and asked him to explain or defend them. This made him frustrated because he had to respond to stories created by gossip instead of talking about his music, creativity, or charity work.
Okay, Michael,
Horrifying
then let's go
stories.
to the thing that is most discussed about you, I think, is the fact that the color of your skin is obviously different than it was when you were younger.
Yes.
And so I think it has caused a great deal of speculation and controversy as to what you have done or are doing. Are you bleaching your skin? And is your skin lighter because you don't like being black?
Okay, number one, as I know of, there is no such thing as skin bleaching. I have never seen it. I don't know what it is.
Well, they used to have those products growing up. I used to hear, always use bleach and glow, but you'd have to have about 300,000 gallons. To,
okay, number one, this is the situation.
Yes.
I have a skin disorder that destroys the pigmentation of the skin. It's something that I cannot help, okay? But when people make up stories that I don't want to be who I am, it hurts me.
He often ended up correcting false information. At times, he clearly showed his irritation and reminded people that rumors are not the same as real facts.
It's a problem for me, okay? I can't control it, okay? But what about all the millions of people? Let's reverse it.
Okay.
What about all the millions of people who sit out in the sun to become darker, to become other than what they are? Nobody says nothing about that.
So when did this start? When did the color of your skin start to change?
Oh boy, sometime after Thriller, around Off the Wall Thriller, sometime
And what did you
around there.
think? I mean,
It's in my family. My father said it's on his side. I can't control it. I don't understand. I mean, it makes me very sad. I don't want to go into my medical history because that's something that's private, but that's the situation here. So please, when people see something like that.
I just want to get this straight.
Yeah.
You are not taking anything to change the color of your skin?
Oh God, no.
You did.
The frustration became even more noticeable when discussions turned toward his appearance. Few celebrities have ever faced the level of public commentary that Jackson endured regarding the way he looked. Questions about his skin condition, facial features, and changing image followed him for decades. While he occasionally addressed these topics directly, there were moments when interviewers approached them with a tone that felt less curious and more accusatory.
You know what's funny? Why is that so important? You know, that's not important to me. I'm a great fan of art. I love Michelangelo. If I had a chance to talk to him or read about him, I would want to know about what inspired him to become who he is, the anatomy of his craftsmanship, not about who he went out with last night or why he decided to sit out in the sun so long. What's wrong with, I mean, that's what's important to me.
You had your nose done, obviously.
Yeah, but so did a lot of people that I know.
Yeah. And so when you hear all these things about you, and there have been more than we
But
are
I've
even
never had my cheekbones done, never had my eyes done, never had my lips done and all this stuff. They just go too far. I mean, it's crazy. But this is something that happens like every day with other people.
Are you pleased now with the way you
I'm never
look?
pleased with anything. I'm a perfectionist.
Yeah.
It's part of who I am.
Another common cause of tension was when people tried to show Michael Jackson as unusual or out of touch with reality. At the height of his fame, the media often focused on strange stories about him because they attracted attention. Because of this, some interviewers came into conversations already believing certain things about his personality. Instead of trying to understand who he really was, their questions sometimes aimed to support those fixed ideas or stereotypes.
You should not say he's an animal. Should not say he's Jacko. I'm not a Jacko. I'm Jackson.
How do you feel when they call you Wacko
Yeah, Wacko Jacko. Where'd that come from? Some English tabloid. I have a heart and I have feelings. I feel that when you do that to me. It's not nice. Don't do it. I'm not a wacko.
There are those who would say that you add to the attention.
No, I don't.
Well, the masks, the the mysterious behavior.
There's no mysterious behavior.
What made these moments interesting is that Michael Jackson usually stayed very calm, even when he was clearly annoyed. Unlike some celebrities who shout or argue during interviews, he almost never raised his voice. Instead, his irritation showed in shorter replies, careful pauses, and direct corrections. Sometimes he would stop briefly before answering to show he disagreed with the question. Other times, he would calmly explain why the idea behind a question was wrong. This made his responses stand out because people focused more on what he was saying than on how loudly he said it. His frustration did not look like anger, but more like tiredness from being asked the same things again and again. And here is how MJ addressed the allegations during an official deposition.
Mr. Jackson, in the latter portion of 1993, there were some allegations leveled at you concerning improper conduct with some young boys. I assume you're familiar with the fact that those allegations were raised. Is that right?
Yes.
In fact, there was ultimately at least 2 grand jury inquiries into that I am currently aware of, although counsel tells me there may have been a third. Were you aware that grand jury investigations were conducted into those allegations?
Yes. Crazy stories that people have created. Things I wanted to set straight in an interview.
Do you know with whom this interview was?
I think it could have been Diane Sawyer, whatever the interview was that I wanted to do. I wanted to set the record straight, that if people hear a lie long enough, people believe it, that people have lied on me. I'm a Black American and I'm proud of it, and I'm honored of it. The bleached skin rumor, which is a rumor, I don't bleach my skin. They once said I wanted a white kid to play me as a child, which was a rumor. Inauguration rumor, saying I didn't want to do President Clinton's inauguration. I'm not gay. This says, don't judge a person unless you have spoken to them one-on-one, which is true.
The pressure on Michael Jackson became even stronger when legal issues started being talked about in public. No matter what people believed about those matters, the media attention around him grew a lot. Interviews during this time often felt more serious and tense from the start. Reporters asked tougher questions and made more assumptions. Because of this, his music, charity work, and achievements were often ignored.
It was the most humiliating ordeal of my life. But if this is what I have to endure to prove my innocence, so be it. Before you label or condemn me, don't treat me like a criminal, because I am innocent. The last few weeks, a large amount of ugly, malicious information has been released into the media about me. Please keep an open mind and let me have my day in court. I deserve a fair trial like every other American citizen.
Michael sometimes looked frustrated that people focused more on legal stories than his real work. In some interviews, he tried to bring the conversation back to facts and the bigger picture instead of rumors. These moments showed how difficult it became for him to stay patient under constant public attention.
What is a 36-year-old man doing sleeping with a 12-year-old boy, or a series of them?
Right. Okay, when you say boys, it's not just boys, and I've never invited just boys to come in my room. Come on, that's ridiculous. And that's a ridiculous question. But since people want to hear it, the answer, I'll be happy to answer it. I have never invited anyone into my bed, ever. Children love me, I love them. They follow me, they want to be with me. But anybody can come in my bed. A child can come in my bed if they want.
I can say, sorry, I've seen this. I've seen it a lot. I've seen kids. I've seen him with children in the last year. I've seen it enough to where I can see how that can happen. It's, I understand.
Isn't part of being an adult, and you have a 2-year-old child, 2-year-old boy.
Yeah, let me just, sorry.
Okay.
I just wanted to say that I've seen these children, they don't let him go to the bathroom without running in there with them. And they won't let him out of their sight. So when he jumps in the bed, I'm even out. They jump in the bed with him.
But isn't part of being an adult?
Popular culture often remembers Michael Jackson in 2 extreme ways, either as a perfect global superstar or as someone surrounded by constant controversy. The moments from his interviews fall somewhere in the middle. They show him reacting to pressure as it was happening. At times, he seemed frustrated when people misunderstood him, annoyed when he felt misrepresented, and defensive when the same rumors kept coming up.
You're going to make sure it doesn't happen again. I think this is really the key thing people want to know, that there are not going to be more of these sleepovers in which people have to wonder.
Nobody wonders when kids sleep over at my house.
But are they over? Are you going to watch out for it? now?
Watch out for
just
what?
for the sake of the children and for
No,
everything
because
you've been through.
it's all moral and it's all pure. I don't even think that way. It's not what's in my heart.
So you'll
I would
do it
never,
again.
ever do what again?
I mean, you'll have a child sleeping
Of course,
over.
if they want.
Yes.
It's on the level of purity and love and just innocence, complete innocence. If you're talking about sex, and that's a nut. That's not me. Go to the guy down the street, because it's not Michael Jackson. It's not what I'm interested in.
Even though his life was very different from most people's, these reactions still feel familiar. Many people know what it is like to be judged based on assumptions instead of facts. His responses felt relatable because they reflected that same human feeling, just on a much larger stage. He even had to confront the interviewers, who questioned his personality and appearance.
They don't feel they've heard everything about the whiteness of your skin, and that it's not somehow a choice on your part, along with the makeup, to be, is it to be neither black or white, neither to look completely male, to be in the androgynous zone? I think they want to know, it is a decision on your part some way, the way you look. Where does it come from?
I think it creates itself, nature.
He's an artist. He has every right, and he is constantly remodifying something or changing it or reconstructing it or, you know, working on some imperfection that he thinks needs to be worked on. If he sees something he doesn't like, he changes it. Period. He re-sculpted himself. He's an artist.
I might want to put a red dot right there one day.
But
or 2 eyes right here.
do you wish you were the color you were again?
Do I wish I was the color? You have to ask nature that. I love black. I love.
Do you wish you were that way?
I envy her because she can tan and I can't.
Looking back, Michael Jackson also spoke at times about his insecurities, including concerns about his appearance, such as acne and his nose. He explained that these feelings were connected to difficult experiences in his early life and the pressure he felt growing up in the public eye.
Yet it seems as though a lot has been required of you. Do you sometimes regret being so utterly famous?
No, sometimes. Only sometimes. Sometimes I want to sneak into places and not have any hoopla or, you know, and it doesn't work all the time because people start and they crowd around, which is sweet. I mean, I shouldn't complain, but
no, but you have a right to complain because everybody has the right to go out there and to just be alone. But it seems like that right isn't really given to you.
was part of the work, I would say.
Over time, these personal struggles became part of his story, even though they were often discussed in a simplified or sensational way by the media. Today, audiences are more aware of how deeply childhood experiences and constant public attention can affect a person's self-image. His openness shows a more human side of him, shaped by both fame and personal challenges that were not always understood at the time.
Ever. I would turn off all the lights, and because I had pimples really badly, and it was just difficult and to face the public. One time we were in an airport, I remember, I think it was somewhere like Virginia or something, and some lady recognized my brothers and all of us. She goes, "Oh my God, it's the Jackson 5. Where's little Michael? Where's little Michael?" She's looking around, looking down. "Where's little Michael?" And another person goes, "There he is." And she goes, "Ugh, what happened?" Just like that. And God, I just could have died right there. That's exactly what that lady said to me.
Michael Jackson spent many years dealing with an extreme level of public attention that would have been too much for most people. For a long time, he handled it with calmness, patience, and control. But over time, no one can stay unaffected forever. There were moments when years of rumors, accusations, and personal questions became too much to ignore.
Did your father and your brothers tease you about your appearance as an adolescent?
My father did, and some cousins did.
What did your father say?
Oh God, yeah, it was pretty embarrassing. He used to tease me real bad about it.
It's cruel, isn't it?
Yeah, it used to hurt me. I don't think he realized how much he was hurting me.
What sort of thing did he say?
He would tease me about how I looked, and then one cousin would always, you know, like this to me when he see me, like, want to pop my pimples. I would just go to the bedroom and cry, you know.
Is it true that your father used to say you had a fat nose?
Yeah.
What did he say? What did he actually say?
God, your nose is big. You didn't get it from me.
What does that do to someone who's going through adolescence?
You want to die. You want to die. And on top of it, you got to go on stage in the spotlight in front of hundreds of thousands of people and just, God, it's hard. I would have been happier wearing a mask.
These moments did not define his whole career, but they did show something important about him. They revealed that behind the fame, the carefully built image, and the constant headlines, he was still a human being who sometimes felt overwhelmed. That is one reason why these interviews are still interesting today. So what do you think? Were Michael Jackson's reactions justified, or do you think interviewers were simply doing their job? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, be sure to like the video, subscribe for more stories, and turn on notifications so you do not miss the next episode.